Hello everyone, I'm Becky and welcome back to my vlog. Every time I decide to make a vlog in the garden, something happens. Somebody mows their lawn, or there's a plane overhead, or I don't know, something always happens. So let's hope this works. The light's pretty dark in the house, so I thought I'd come out and do this. I'm going to share with you 10 happy things from my week. The first thing I suppose I have to share is tomorrow my son goes off to Iceland with school. I've been packing from today. I'm so excited for him. When I was a kid, we didn't have much money and we never got to do these things. I've worked really hard and I've been lucky with my job, I suppose, and yeah, my kids get these opportunities I didn't have, and it's just marvellous. I'm so excited for him. That's my first happy thing. My second happy thing is I've had a bit of a weird thing happen this week. Somebody, right, lock, stock and barrel has copied my blog. They've even called themselves, I mean, it's not funny really, using my photo, they've even called themselves Julie Goddard-hill, with my picture next to them. I mean, how random is that? And I have no idea why they've done it. And it's called Julie's Family Info. My name is clearly Becky and my blog's called Family Budgeting, the one they've copied. So that's a bit weird, but the reason it's a happy thing, not only has it made me laugh quite a lot, you know, I'm trying to get it taken down, I've had loads of support from my gorgeous bloggy friends who always sweep in to the rescue and give me loads of great advice and turn a bad situation. God, you need your friends, right? I'll tell you what I've been reading. It's a book called Living in the Flow by Sky Nelson Isaacs, and it's all about synchronicity. Now, I don't know whether or not you think it's hocus pocus, synchronicity. I read the Celestine Prophecy. Does anyone remember that book? I read the Celestine Prophecy about 20 years ago now, and it really massively resonated with me. I have found that certain people come into my life at certain times when I really need to be reminded of things, or that I will have an experience that kind of guides my next step. And it seems that it's happened randomly, but feels like the fates have conspired. So this book is all about how we should listen to our synchronicities and what we should learn from them. Interesting. I'm also reading this book. Has to be on my happy list. Happy by Derren Brown. I'm not a massive fan of Derren Brown's magic. I know he's a master of NLP, and that's something I studied in my life coaching. And I don't know. I always think he's like messing with people's minds a little bit. But this book is really well written. Derren looks at philosophers and psychologists right back to the ancient Greeks and talks about their theories of happiness. And it's really interesting actually to see how through the ages what we think of happiness has changed, and our approach towards getting happier. Another book I've been reading, it's been a reading week, is this one. It's called A Velocity of Being, and it is letters to young readers from famous people, inspiring them to read. So we've got Mary Oliver, Neil Gaiman, Amanda Palmer, Lena Dunham, all sorts of people have written to young readers, encourage them to read. Now, I love books, as I'm sure you'll know. Let me read you a little bit. One of these. Dear readers, here's why I read. I got to travel the rainy, dark streets of London, the sultry byres and the exploding cosmos. I banished demons. I felt unexpected things for pigs and spiders. I stopped being lonely. I met myself everywhere. I got lost. I got found. I became other people. I tried on accents and costumes, and I tasted new foods. I held my breath with a brave girl in an attic, and I developed the skills of a detective. I fell into a sea of rhythms, and I stood up to monsters and tyrants and dangers lurking behind closed doors. I found a way to love the dark. Isn't that pretty fantastic? I made new families. I refuted the mean voices in my head. I found my own voice. I fell in love. Books. are ace. I love this book. Yeah, wish I'd thought of this one. It's pretty awesome. I'm just making a vlog at the moment. Would you like to answer the door yourself? Okay. Thanks. Bye.
Keep it in the video.
Okay. I try and be so professional and it just doesn't work very well. He's still staring at me. Go away. No, go away now. Frankie. Teenage boys are interesting. Okay, so I shared 3 books with you. My son's trip, my copied vlog. What else have I got to share? What's been happening this week? Have my nails done. Love having my nails done. Just makes me feel on it. I'm not a very high maintenance kind of person, very natural. I don't wear much makeup. I don't really bother with my hair. Clothes pretty basic. Do like to have my nails done. I always keep them very short with a little French manicure, but it makes me happy. Sometimes it's just the simple things. What else has made me happy this week? Oh, I heard a really lovely love story. I did. I can't share it. I heard a lovely love story that's warmed my heart. I have restarted writing my novel. I'd paused for a little while and 30,000 words in to my story about Trudy Bloom. I am so excited. It's my first attempt at fiction and I really, really want to finish it. I've got about 70,000 words left to write, which is an enormous amount, right? But I'm determined to get it done and I would like it finished. In my head, I would like it finished for Christmas. Now I know it's October and that's entirely unrealistic, but that is what I would like to achieve, so why not? I've also been going back to the gym. I am determined over the next year to get fit and slim and toned up. I say this every year and I remain a bit, chunky is not the right word, cuddly. And I know it's not a bad thing to be cuddly, but I would like to be fitter. So my plan is to go to the gym 3 times a week. See, I knew something had happened. Can you hear that? I think it's a police helicopter actually. Who knows? So yeah, I'd like to get fitter and slimmer and be healthier. Off to Devon at the end of next week. I told you about that, I think, for a wedding, and of course it's half term. I love my children being off school. I am so aware that in a couple of years they're going to be gone. I talked about this last time, I think. I'm so aware of it, that these are precious times. So I don't know what else I've got to share for you. I think that's probably only about 8 things, but they're good things. Books are always a good thing, right? As are love stories and getting healthy and annoying teenage boys who just walk straight into your video and don't take you seriously at all. Let me tell you a story. A couple of years ago, we went to Portugal. We go to the same place in Portugal each year. We go to a place called Goddard-hill. It's beautiful, stunning. Anyway, as we got off the plane, we go through the airport bit, terminal, and this chap was meeting us to give us a lift to our villa, and he was from Brazil. So he was in Portugal, young man, but from Brazil. And we got in the car and he said, he turned around, said to me, "Do you make vlogs?" And I went, "Yeah." And he went, "Oh, I've watched one of your vlogs about happiness." I said, "Really?" I mean, only about 50 to 100 people ever watch my vlogs, so I'm sure I know half of you. I definitely know I know you. Anyway, I said, "Really?" thinking that was really strange. Turns out his mum was a neuroscientist with a real interest in happiness, and they'd been looking on YouTube and he'd watched one of my vlogs. And that was in Brazil a few weeks before, and then he comes to Portugal to work and picks me up at the airport. How weird is that? That's like weird synchronicity. But anyway, the only good thing that came out of it, I was thinking, what's the message here? What am I gonna find out here? And actually the only thing that came out of it was my kids honestly, for about 3 days, could talk of nothing else. They thought I was a vlogging superstar. It was awesome. I was like, yeah, I'm known worldwide. I mean, it was just a bizarre coincidence. But I loved it and I really milked it. And they thought I was this vlogging superstar. Then they got it in their head that their dad must have set it up to make me feel good. That he must have told this young driver, right, which he absolutely did not, to say that he'd watched my vlog. So then it completely ruined it, and they no longer think I'm a vlogging superstar, which of course, as we all know, I'm not. So there you go. Anyway, hope you're all okay, and that whatever's happening in your life, your hearts are full and you are happy and you know that you are loved. See you soon.